This is the basics, and if you get the basics right, you will get your diet right. So whenever you're unsure about how important something is, or you see something advertised on the TV, just refer back to this and see if you've got these things in place. With that brief introduction, let's take a look at the nutritional pyramid. As you can see, we have a number of layers to this pyramid. I have put at the bottom, being the base, the most important things that you need to get correct before you move on to the next part or work your way through this pyramid. Starting at the bottom, you can see adherence, or as we like to call it at the gym, just keep going. Then we have calories. Then we have macronutrients, which are all of the things that our food that we intake are made up of, such as proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Then we go on to sleep and the importance of sleep. And then we have micronutrients, and micro just means small, so things like vitamins and minerals. Then we have meal timings, and then right at the top we have supplements. Unfortunately, most people don't get the basics right and then go straight on to buying supplements. Most people cannot even adhere to a training program or a nutrition program for 6 weeks. They can't keep to their calories, but they jump straight into taking supplements, which is one of the least important things if you're not getting everything else correct. You should really only be taking supplements if your body is not getting the required amount of macronutrients and micronutrients from your calories. And if your adherence is correct and you're doing everything regularly and you're getting the right amount of calories your body needs and your macronutrient percentage is correct and you're getting enough sleep and your micronutrients, you would not need to supplement unless you was a really good athlete, your diet was lacking in micronutrients or macronutrients, or you were struggling to get some of your macronutrients in, or for example, people who live in the UK and other countries that doesn't see much sun, then you might suggest to supplement with something like a vitamin D, because we would not be getting enough from the sun or our diet. Taking supplements does not make much of a difference if you do not get the rest of the pyramid in check. One important thing to note about the nutritional pyramid that you see right now is the fact that it is not to scale. If it was to scale, adherence and calories would outweigh micronutrients, sleep, meal timing, and supplements tremendously. Because if we cannot stick to a diet, if we cannot adhere to it, if we cannot just keep going and stick to it and stick to them calories, then the rest of the pyramid or your diet would not follow suit. If we look at when should we be eating meals, should we be eating after training, should we be having a breakfast, if we're looking at all of these things but have not got the calories correct and you're not adhering to them calories, then no matter what time you eat, it is completely redundant. So everything you do, no matter what structure of diet you want to go with, you have to adhere to it and you have to stick to calories. You have to make sure that your calories are correct and you have to make sure that you're in a surplus or a deficit, depending on what your goals are. Someone could write you the most perfect diet that would get you everything that you wish for in your goals, but if you cannot stick to it, then it is a completely and utter useless diet plan. So as a recap, we are going to work through every single one of these layers in the next couple of weeks. We are going to go through how we can put things in place to just keep you going. We are going to go through your calories and what calories are and how many calories you should be having. We're going to talk about macronutrients and the breakdown of macronutrients and what the importance of each macronutrient are to your body. We're going to talk about sleep and the effect that it has on your body. We're going to talk about strategies to help you sleep and get better sleep. We are going to talk about micronutrients and the importance of micronutrients. And then we're going to look at all of the studies around meal timing and supplements. I understand that a lot of this is very complicated and it can sometimes feel a little bit overwhelming. But I promise that over the coming weeks that I'm going to break this down and explain it the best I possibly can, and then get your feedback off this, and then try and improve upon that to make this easier for everybody to learn. As I said at the beginning, if you're ever unsure about anything about the components of the diet or where it should be, bring it back to this nutritional pyramid, because if you start at the bottom and work your way through it and make sure that you get each bit in check and working correctly for you, then I promise that you will achieve the goals that you want to achieve.